Hello, Mr. Wallace. My name is Amberly Maurer. I am a part of your healthcare team here at Cork Medical Center. We're just talking to each patient, no matter why they're here, about their alcohol and drug use and depression. We know that these things do have a significant impact on your health, and we care about your health. So, is it all right if I ask you a couple more questions?
Yeah.
Okay. Everything you tell me is strictly confidential and will be shared only with people here, healthcare providers here. Do you have any questions or concerns for me? No? Okay. So you completed a pre-assessment questionnaire when you first got here, right?
Mhm.
And you indicated that in the past 12 months you have had 5 or more drinks in a day about every other weekend or so. So probably about twice a month, you'd say? Okay. And you have not partaken in any illicit drugs or illegal drugs or anything like that? All right. And you, in the past 2 weeks, you have not felt little interest or pleasure in doing things, or you've not felt depressed, down, or hopeless, correct? Okay. All right. So your responses to these questions go along with what you told me, and your scores indicate that you are at a risky level of alcohol use. Does that concern you, surprise you, or anything like that?
A little surprising.
Does it? Okay. Well, I'm just going to ask you a couple more questions, a little bit more in detail about your alcohol use. Is that okay?
Mhm.
Okay. So how often do you have a drink containing alcohol?
About 2 a night.
About 2 a night? Okay.
Supper.
How many drinks containing alcohol do you have on just a typical day? So you said 2? Okay. How often do you have 5 or more drinks on one occasion?
The weekend.
The weekends? How often during the last year have you found that you were not able to stop drinking once you have started?
The weekend.
On every weekend? Okay. How often in the past year have you failed to do what was expected of you because of your drinking?
Probably twice.
Twice? Can you elaborate on that a little bit for me?
I just didn't wake up for work.
Didn't wake up for work? And that made you feel a little bad about yourself for it? That's only happened, you said, like once or twice? Okay. How often in the past year have you needed a drink first thing in the morning to get yourself going after a heavy drinking session?
The past year.
Just once in the past year?
Not how many times in the past year?
Yes.
Okay. Probably 6.
6 times in the past year? Would you say that'd be like a monthly, a weekly, or
Monthly.
monthly? How often during the past year have you had a feeling of guilt or remorse after drinking?
Every time.
Every time? How often during the past year have you been unable to remember what happened the night before because of your drinking? Like blackouts or
10 probably.
10 times? So would you say that'd be monthly, weekly, daily, or
Probably weekly.
the weekly? So on the weekends, whenever you are going out for your heavy drinking sessions, you don't remember the night before. Have you or anyone else ever been injured because of your drinking? No? Has a relative, friend, doctor, or other healthcare worker been concerned about your drinking or suggested that you cut down? Yes?
Yes.
Was it during the past year or
Past year.
past year? Okay. Okay, so I'm just going to add. Okay. Would it be okay if I share with you some information about how this drinking can affect your overall health?
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. So, the regular, in a single day, a man is supposed to only have no more than 4 drinks per day. And you said 2, so in a single day, you're under the limit. But no more than 14 per week. And you said you have about more than 5 on the weekend, so you're going over 14 per week. So that puts you at a risky use. And, heavy drinking can affect your liver. It can affect your relationships. It can affect your job, like you said you called in. On top of other things. So, and a drink is considered like a 12 fluid ounce beer is considered just one drink. A 8 to 9 fluid ounce malt liquor is one drink. So if you mixed it, then that would be like drinking more than one drink just in one sitting. But do any of these things concern you? Would you like to hear about some of our rehabilitation services, or would you like to talk to a counselor about your drinking? So, on a scale of 1 to 10, I have a readiness ruler right here. Just thinking about any kind of changes, how ready would you say that you would think about changing your drinking habits?
Like 6.
A 6? So you're pretty high up on the scale to change. Okay, that's awesome. That's really good. What changes would you consider making?
Maybe 1 drink a night.
Maybe just cutting down to 1 drink a night?
Not drinking maybe only 1 day on the weekend.
Okay, that's a good start. How on the same readiness ruler right here, how important is it to you to make this kind of change?
9.
A 9? That's really good. Same thing, but this readiness ruler. How confident are you that you are able to make this change?
A 4.
A 4? So you still kind of have some doubts about your, but that's fine. Being honest is great. So, how ready are you to make this kind of change?
8.
An 8? So you still have some doubts, but I mean, that's okay. That's being honest is great. But you do seem like you want to make the kind of change. Okay. So you said that you would consider just cutting back to at least 1 drink a night and not going out as often. So if I understand correctly, you do know the health risks and the problems that it causes if you don't cut out drinking altogether, but you are planning on cutting back, so that's a really good start. Let's see. So starting off, you're going to cut back half, so you'll have 1 drink a night. How about in the future? Like, do you want to try and cut back? You can try and cut back even more than that.
Mm-hmm.
So, would you be interested in coming back here in about 3 months or so and having a follow-up appointment and seeing where you are again?
Yeah.
And then we can go from there and let me know how everything's going for you.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, I will hand you a brochure if you for any kind of services that you would need, about if you need any help with anything, or if you ever find yourself in a situation where you need some help with your drinking, you can call and anytime. And do you have any other questions for me?
Mm-mm.
No? Okay. Well, I will see you in 3 months and we'll get your appointment set up at the door.
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.